A few years ago, I read about how the Brits had put up a beautiful monument dedicated to their war animals that served their forces and also those of the Allies. And that monument is in Hyde Park. And having read a few stories about animals in war, I thought it was appropriate for Canada to have a similar monument of national significance. It was Sir Marshal Haig who said that if it had not been for the animals, we might not have been victorious in battle. And so that theme, to put that into perspective, I'd like to draw your attention to this plaque. World War I, with that constant shelling, made extensive craters of mud and sewage, because much of the fighting took place near the villages, and with the blowing up of the sewage lines, as I said, it was a terrible land of craters and mud and muck. And to navigate those lands, it required the mules. Trucks were certainly useless in such a serenity, in such a setting. And so it was mules, and this plaque shows very vividly how not only the mules, but the men too, struggling to get those guns forward. And this brings to mind the Battle of Passchendaele. It's on ground like this, there's terrible mud and muck. And Sir Marshal Haig said to Currie, our Canadian general, "Currie, I want you to take Passchendaele." Currie went out, inspected the land, came back and objected to this. But Haig, being a senior commander, said, "Currie, take Passchendaele." And Currie said, "Sir, it'll be at heavy cost." And so on November, some 90 years ago this date, the attack went in. 20,000 men in muck like this. And out of those 20,000 men, 4,000 survived. But here's the point. Of all the ammunition that was fired in support of that attack, that ammunition was brought forward by the mules and the horses through muck such as you see here. And it's also dogs also served. I don't know whether you can see that, but here's a dog with line communication on his back. And the dog would go from one point to another and dragging the line, laying out the line as he went forward. A very intelligent animal. He could cross the streams and go through the woods laying lines. But it's not all the animals representative. You might be able to find a pigeon up here who were one of the most dependable ways of sending a message in World War I. And they would get through notwithstanding often their breast would have been shot away. Well, as you can see, this tremendous struggle of man and beast in trying to move the forward. And it's not only in World War I, but throughout history, animals have served our forces well. In Korea, when I was in Korea, we had patrols that would go out with the dogs. We had a canine unit, and I know that there was a great deal of comfort when you'd be out in a patrol and you had a dog alongside of you to give you that extra feeling of safety. And when the hair on the back of the dog's neck would bristle, you knew when they patrolled, the enemy were close, and it was time to make a decision, either to evacuate or attack. So it was through the endeavors of the animals that saved our forces from more destructive casualties. The project is dedicated to the animals that served our forces in war. I saw it through to production and placement now in a very prime spot in Ottawa called Confederation Park.